Welcome to this devotional I'm calling the Challenge of Discipleship. It comes from 1 Corinthians 11, verse 1. Now, 1 Corinthians was written by the Apostle Paul, who was a teacher, a pastor, and a church planter in the early church. And he wrote a lot about what it means to be a follower of Jesus, a Christian, a disciple, and what it means to make disciples, to make other Christians followers of Jesus. And he said these incredible words that I think perfectly show us the challenge of discipleship. In 1 Corinthians 11, verse 1, he wrote this: "Be imitators of me as I am of Christ." Now that's a pretty quick verse. Let me try that one more time. He said, "Be imitators of me as I am of Christ." Paul says, be an imitator of me. He didn't say be an imitator of Jesus. That would have made a lot of sense. If he had said, you want to know what it means to be a Christian, then follow the example of Jesus. If he wrote that, we'd all be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. He said instead, if you want to know what it means to be a Christian, follow me as I follow Jesus. And this is the challenge of discipleship. If you're a Christian who wants to make other Christians, who wants to make other disciples, and I hope you are because Jesus told us that's our job, that's our duty, then you need to understand this challenge, that means you are inviting people to follow you as you follow Jesus, because discipleship is relationship. Paul didn't say to these people that he knew, he didn't say, well, go and read 5 or 10 books on discipleship and then you'll know what it means to be a follower of Jesus. Now, granted, there weren't probably 5 or 10 books on discipleship in his day. He didn't say, here, go memorize a bunch of facts or go off alone in the desert and pray to Jesus and figure out how to be a disciple. He said, just follow me. You know the things I do. You know the way I live my life. Follow my example, because discipleship is taught through example. That's how you learn to be a follower of Jesus, by looking at someone's life and following their example. And so if you are someone who wants to make disciples, and I hope you are, again, Jesus gave you that command, then understand that this is how discipleship works. Someone should be able to look at your life and see how to be a follower of Jesus, how to follow Jesus at your work, how to follow Jesus with your free time, how to follow Jesus with how you use your money, how you treat your husband or wife or your children, how you file your taxes. Whatever it is in life, everything you do, you should work to get to the point where you could say, imitate me as I follow Jesus. Follow me as I follow Jesus, that I am living my life to the best of my ability in such a way as it's the kind of life Jesus would live if he were in my shoes. People should learn to follow Jesus by watching you. They should be able to know what it means to be a Christian by observing you. So that leaves us with this question. If a person used you as an example, how mature of a Christian would they be? If they just totally followed Jesus, just taking the way you follow Jesus as their pathway, saying that I'm going to follow you as you follow Jesus, what would their life look like? Think about that and take up the challenge of discipleship.